All right, let's just jump right in. AI is not just tweaking things in corporate learning, it's completely rewriting the playbook. We are talking about a massive, fundamental shift in how companies grow their talent. You know, all those old methods we're used to, they're becoming obsolete, like right now.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Learning and development itself, the whole idea of it, isn't going anywhere. But the way it's been done for decades, the click-through courses, the boring modules, yeah, that model is on its last legs. A huge transformation is underway.
Which leads to a really good question. I mean, these old systems have been the standard for so long. So what's different now? Why are the old ways suddenly not just a little bit clunky, but actually starting to hold companies back? Let's dig into that.
So here's the deal. You can really start to see the cracks forming in the foundation. The old model was built for a world that moved a whole lot slower than ours does today. And that old, static approach is creating this brand new kind of problem for companies, something we're now calling L&D debt.
This slide just lays it all out perfectly. Over on the left, that's the old world. Think of it like a giant dusty library of one-size-fits-all courses. That's your traditional learning management system, or LMS. But on the right, that's where we're all headed. Learning that is social, continuous, and tailored specifically for you right in the moment you actually need it.
And this, oh my gosh, this gets to the heart of the frustration. We have all been here, right? You have one very specific question, but to get the answer, you're forced to sit through a generic 3-hour course. It's such a massive waste of time, and it's completely out of sync with how we actually work and learn today.
Which brings us to this really crucial idea, L&D debt. It's a lot like technical debt in software development. It's all that junk that's been piling up for years. The outdated videos, the irrelevant courses, the clunky systems that just slow everybody down. And just like any other kind of debt, you can't move forward until you decide what to pay off and what to just cut loose entirely.
Okay, so if the old model is broken, what do we replace it with? Well, the answer seems to be a whole new philosophy for learning at work, and it's called the 6P framework. It's really designed from the ground up for this new AI-first world.
So this framework is built on 6 key pillars. First, it's about peers, because we learn best from each other. Then it has to be personalized, using AI to tailor it just for you. The skill of the prompt, asking AI the right questions, is now a core competency. Learning has to be project-based, so it's tied to actual work you're doing. It demands constant practice to keep skills sharp. And finally, it's perpetual. Learning isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous, ongoing journey.
Now, having a great framework is one thing, but to really make any of this work, you need a major cultural shift. The real goal here isn't just getting people to use a new tool. It's about achieving something much bigger, true AI fluency across the entire company. It's a whole new mindset.
I absolutely love this phrase. It just perfectly captures the new approach. You can't just send out a company-wide memo that says, "Hey everyone, start using AI." It doesn't work. Leaders have to actually get their hands dirty, use the tools, show people what's possible, and yeah, even share their own failures. It's all about participation, not just making announcements.
And that's really the bottom line. AI fluency is not a project with a start and end date that you can just check off your list. It's more like an organizational muscle that you have to build and strengthen over time. It's about creating a culture that can learn and adapt as this technology continues to evolve at, let's be honest, a breakneck pace.
So what does this actually look like in the real world? Zapier put together this super helpful matrix that shows the different levels. It starts at unacceptable, which is pretty much ignoring AI altogether. Then you move up to capable and adaptive, all the way to transformative. And that's the holy grail, right? That's where teams are using AI not just for efficiency, but to genuinely innovate and create brand new value. Just for a second, think about it. Where does your team or your whole company fall on the spectrum today?
So how do you build this cultural muscle? Well, it comes down to a few key things. You have to make AI curiosity the new baseline expectation. Leadership has to lead by example, experimenting and being open about it. And you absolutely have to create a safe space for people to learn and mess up. And maybe most important, focus on real job-specific examples so AI feels relevant, not like some abstract tech concept. Okay, so we've talked about the philosophy, we've talked about the culture. Let's switch gears and get into the actual technology that makes all of this possible. Because when you start looking at tools, you're going to find out pretty quickly that not all AI platforms are created equal. There's a massive difference between what's called AI bolt-on and something that is truly AI native. And this visual just makes it crystal clear. A bolt-on is exactly what it sounds like. You take an old, existing system, and you just kind of tack on a few AI features. It's an afterthought. But an AI native platform, that was built from the ground up with AI at its very core. This creates something called an agentic experience, which is really just a fancy way of saying the tool acts like an intelligent partner. It works with you, proactively, instead of just sitting there waiting for you to tell it what to do.
So in a true AI native system, you basically get two AI partners working for you. First, there's the operator agent. Think of this as an AI assistant for your L&D team, helping them create and manage learning content at lightning speed. And then you have the learner-facing agent. This is like giving every single employee their own personal AI tutor that can pull answers from anywhere in the company to help them learn, right when they need it.
And really, this is the end game. This is the vision. Imagine a single, unified AI brain for your entire organization. An AI that's been trained on every document, every video, every internal discussion. It becomes the ultimate source of truth and the engine that powers truly personalized, just-in-time learning for absolutely everyone. It's powerful stuff.
All right, so we've covered the problem with the old way, the new philosophy to replace it, and the tech that powers it. Let's bring this all home and talk about the most important part. What do you do now? How do you actually get started on this transition?
No, really, I'm asking you, take a second and think about it. After everything we've just covered, what is the one thing, the one next move you could make that would start pushing your organization in this new direction?
From what we've seen, it boils down to 3 immediate actions. First, you have to experiment. This landscape is changing way too fast to just sit on the sidelines. Second, you've got to kickstart AI fluency and make it a real top-level strategic goal for the company, starting like next quarter. And finally, you have to start tackling that L&D debt. Be ruthless. You have to let go of the old stuff that's holding you back so you have the freedom to build what's next.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought. Take a really honest look at how learning happens in your organization. Is your culture a relic of the past, or is it an engine that's truly built for the future? Because the choice of what to build next, and all the opportunity that comes with it, that's all yours.